us running this game, Curly Jefferson and DevilSnake74. I am very excited for this run, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us.
Hello. Oh, I think we're flipped on the outlet.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay.
That is good to know. I will be letting the tech know.
Sure.
We can get
Sorry,
this-
let me fix it real quick.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, this is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. My name's Curly Jefferson, and I'll be racing DevilSnake74. I'll probably be doing most of the talking, because DevilSnake's feeling a little under the weather. Let's get some snake emoji in the chat for feel better snake.
Yeah, let's see those snakes.
Yeah, might have been quite a while since some of you have seen this game, but yeah, this is definitely a game of my childhood that I really love, and this will be a category called No Major Glitches, where we're gonna do the least amount of glitches. Okay, I think we're good now in the layout.
All right, sounds good. And you guys can just count us in whenever you're ready to start.
Okay, I'll go ahead and count us in. So it'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, thanks for the snakes. Beautiful, beautiful chat right now.
Chad is being very cute right now, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love a kawaii chat. So yeah, like I said before, this is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. It is a action adventure game that came out in 2003, and is the first of the Sands trilogy. So what we're going to be doing with this category, we are going to be avoiding major glitches. Thus the title, No Major Glitches. And there are some slight glitches that are allowed, and I'll go over them as they happen, or as I do them. So yeah, since this is No Major Glitches, this run's going to be like highly, oops, missing the first skip. It's going to be highly movement based, so it's kind of like a lot of skill in the movement tech, and that's really where I think this category shines. Because there are no glitches allowed, it does not allow us to skip some areas, therefore we have to kind of endure some RNG that other categories don't. So I believe this category has the most RNG out of all three of them.
If I know speedrunners like I like to think I know speedrunners, more RNG, the better. Every speedrunner loves RNG, right?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like, you know, eat, sleep, breathe RNG, maybe?
Exactly, that's what I live by.
It's like a necessary evil. Most games have it, but yeah, it's kind of hard to explain how it affects this game in particular. It's mainly like enemy placement. Sometimes the enemy will just be in your way, blocking your way. And, you know, like if you're trying to really get that good PB, it can make the difference, and it can mess you up when you're platforming. Yeah. And for anyone tuning in right now, just hoping you're enjoying your regularly scheduled Souls break. Just peppering in a little bit of Prince of Persia there, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's just gonna be a fun run. Just a lot of movement, and I think Snake and I are pretty equal in terms of like skill level at this game, so it should be a good race. Oh, chat's calling out the timer. It's okay.
Yeah, I let tech know. We'll be on that pretty soon. Don't worry. Thank you so much, chat. Again, being very cute, and I appreciate it.
All right, yeah. So, for those who just joined, my name is Curly. I am on the left side of the screen, and Snake is on the right. So I'll be doing most of the commentating, so anything I say, you might want to like look on the left side of the screen, because I'll just be talking about things as I go through them. So at least this far in the game, we're just doing like standard movement. This is basically how you progress through the game normally if you're playing casually. We're just trying to do it as fast as possible, because we are speedrunners. So the first trick is coming up. It's called Early Dagger. Reason being is that this is a trick. It's not a glitch. It's like a platforming trick, so to say. So what we're doing is approaching the Dagger of Time, which is behind that little window over there. We're going to be approaching that from the opposite direction. And what that is doing is letting us skip a lot of platforming, which just lengthens the game. Platforming, if we don't have to do it, we don't do it. So we're going to be skipping a lot of that, and we're going to do this trick called Early Dagger and come up from the backside and hit a little flag in the game that tells us, hey, you have the dagger. Therefore, you are okay to turn around and finish the level. So this is Early Dagger. Blink and you might miss it. I got it first try. That was pretty good luck. I think Snake's going to get it. Let's pray for Snake. That is definitely the hardest trick, the hardest first trick. Okay, so there's the dagger. We're not even going to go to it. We're going to stop there, turn around. We have the dagger. The game thinks that we have the dagger. So that's a lot of fun. Oh. Okay, and this is all normal gameplay right here. Casual gameplay. We're just turning around and going the way we came with traps active. Ignoring them because we are better than traps. Rolling into the first cutscene here. Okay. Alright, looks like Devil got it. Alright, so here comes the first fight. It's pretty simple movement here. We're just going to do the fastest way to kill these enemies, which is a vault, attack, and then dagger retrieve, which means we do it all in one go. So watch me do it on the first guy. Vault, attack, dagger retrieve. And yeah, fortunately this is probably the fight with the least amount of variety because all these beginning enemies are able to be vaulted and dagger retrieved. Not every enemy in the game is. So fights will get a lot more interesting and a lot more, I think, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Risky, maybe. Maybe get a lot of time losses, but all for the fun. Spicy, yes. Love it. So yeah, just let me know if you have any donations. Now would be a good time if you have any yet, but if not.
In fact, I do. We have a $5 donation here from, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. It's Carl Germ, and it says $5 in the hopes of starting a $5 donation train to get that Bloodborne incentive met. I hope everyone in chat likes that I just stumbled over my own donation message that I myself wrote in the comments, but let's see. What did that go to? It went to the Bloodborne BL4 all bosses, no buff Ludwig fight. We're just shy of about $800 in that, so we need $700 more to get that going. So I think we can do it. I do believe in you, Twitch chat. So.
Oh yeah, let's donate. Let's get. I want to see buff Ludwig. Like, what is this? I don't even know. I want to see it. I'm gonna be very sad if I don't end up seeing it. So we have like $700 more to go.
Yeah, just about. And just a reminder, I'm gonna put it in chat right now. But incentives, you will need to select that particular incentive to put that money towards it, and any amount helps. I want a $5 train if possible, but a $1 train, $2 train, a $12 train, whatever you're feeling, just get those donations in.
Yes, exactly. It's all for the children. So right there, I don't know if you missed it, but I did a little, not a glitch, by the way, not a glitch. We did a wall jump, so we got on a ledge early and was able to skip that entire room. See if I can get momentum strats going. I think I got it. Okay, so we're also skipping most of this room. What we're going to do is run across to the other side of the room and roll down to the bottom, skipping quite a bit of platforming, a lot of like poles we had to grab. I honestly haven't even done that in like years. A lot of stuff I haven't done in years just from starting to speedrun this game. So we're going to roll down. There you go. And I think if you are looking to try this game, this might be the best category to start with because it involves the least amount of glitches, and it's more about just movement, refining your movement, getting good movement going, and becoming consistent with good movement. So yeah, it's definitely, like, I think the easiest to get into. And then from there, you can try the zipless category or the any % category, which involves zips, which is a lot of fun to watch as well. Okay. Just general movement stress there. All right. I do wish I could hear Snake's beautiful voice. It's okay, though. So yeah, we're just talking to Farah in this cutscene. I guess I should like sum up the story of this game. So basically, you see the prince there. That's you. You're the prince. You are the Prince of Persia, so it were. You are basically trying to save this. I'm having trouble even describing this story, but basically everyone's turned to sand zombies. You have a dagger of time that can kill them, and you're trying to stop an evil vizier who has control of the hourglass, which can basically undo, quote unquote, undo everything that has been done. So you're basically trying to reset time, and it's just you and Farah left in this world. Okay.
I'm also really loving the hair physics that are going on with the prince there. It looks like that's where a majority of the budget, I presume, went to.
Absolutely. It does feel like this was one of the first games to have that kind of hair physics, so they just had to go all out. Exaggeration.
I wish I had hair like that.
Oh, me too. Hair that's kind of like, it's like a rug, or like a piece of cloth, maybe.
A fine silk.
A fine silk. Love it. Okay, so we're just gonna fall and kill ourselves, which is hitting the checkpoint. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say we have a couple donations whenever you're ready.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, we have a $5 donation from DPlanet36, hopping on that $5 train that says, "Why make it easy when you can make it harder for yourself, Franker Z?" Thank you so much, DPlanet.
Thank you.
And we have a $300 donation from Sinful that says, "Bloodborne or something, I heard?" Sinful, thank you so much. DPlanet, thank you so much. That is so much money. That also puts us just shy of $4,000 raised for just this event this year. We're on what? What is it, the second day? I'm not very good at math. I don't know how many $5 donations Sinful just put into that $300 donation, but it's a lot of it. So we're about $500 short of the Bloodborne incentive now. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wow, thank you. That is amazing. Extremely generous community you have here. Yeah, and I'm also like, I think speaking for Snake here, but I'm really honored to to have our run accepted. I love this game a lot, and I thought it'd be great to be able to show it to people, maybe get some nostalgia vibes going, because this game is definitely like one of the first kind of 3D platforming games I've played, and it still holds up very well, I think.
Yeah, and on behalf of the Speed Souls community, I just want to say that we are honored to have both of you running this here at the marathon. We're very excited anytime other communities reach out and kind of become a part of this event. So thank you both so much.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, so what I'm doing right now, this is I don't know, we just call it like the rotating pillar puzzle. It has an official name. I can't remember it. So in other categories, we would typically skip this. However, there's no way to do that in this category without exploiting a major glitch. So we're just going to do it the standard way. However, we're going to do it really fast. Uh-oh. I might have messed this up a little bit. No, okay. So yeah, things that include major glitches. I guess I could talk about that now. One is called zipping, which involves just teleporting the prince like really far in one direction. Sometimes it's like far up, far forward, and involves like scrolling, binding movement to the mouse wheel and scrolling the mouse wheel forward and backwards. It's like really cool to watch, and I would highly suggest you go check out the wood record on that. It was done by my boy Yaka. Shout out to Yaka. And yeah, so that is a major glitch. Other major glitches include things like ledge storage, which has to do with manipulating like where the game thinks the prince is, in terms of like jumping over a ledge. It's just like a cool glitch we do that messes with the memory in the game. That is banned. Also first-person glitches, which involve also manipulating the game as well. Oops. So there's a lot of things that involve messing with memory we do not touch. Those are all major glitches. There are some things that we do. We do minor clips. We do not consider those major glitches. And we do abuse like a lot of basically rolling where we're not supposed to roll, or like wall running where we're not supposed to wall run. Kind of using the way the developers kind of made the terrain, but kind of maybe not in the way that they were envisioning it to be used. So it could be a lot of fun to watch, I think. So I'm just finishing up this puzzle now, and coming up next is the courtyard, which has 2 ways that we get through it. One, I don't think I will go for. I don't think it's very marathon safe. So I'm gonna go for the easier one. That one's called Palm Tree. It's just a palm tree that we jump over. I mean, jump across and kind of like use to get up to it. Oops, to a higher area. I'm going to use a different palm tree, which is kind of easier to wall run up. So you'll see that in just a minute here.
Palace's defenses had a twisted logic of their own. They could be circumvented by using the strategically placed switches, which I soon learned to recognize.
Movement tech on point.
It was hard to escape the feeling that I had made a terrible mistake.
Is it kind of cringy to say my own movement tech is on point, or?
Absolutely
more
not.
likely to claim my life than that.
Killing
because
it.
it is in fact on point. So what else could you say?
Killing it. All right, we're gonna avoid a cutscene here by hugging the wall. All right, here comes the tree. This is the bane of my existence. It's either it's really easy or it's really hard. Really easy, nice. All right, so that's the smaller palm tree. I don't know if Snake's gonna go for the bigger one, but if he does, you can watch the streamer on the right. He might try something different. Again, I am the streamer on the left. Yeah, and I do feel like I almost PB'd last night, which is a really sad story, but it's all right. I do feel like depending on what day you play this game and what phase of the moon you're in, this game really do be hitting different. I really believe in that. This game like has some kind of astrological ties. Maybe some.
Yeah, I may or may not have blamed losing PBs on Mercury being in retrograde, so I fully believe you on that.
Yes, like maybe some photons being shot through the cartridge that definitely exists for this game. Maybe through the hard drive. We're catching photons from space on our C drive. All right, so yeah, just standard movement here. So this game is, for a lot of it, just standard movement, but it's going to be done very well by 2 of the top Prince of Persia speedrunners. So what you're seeing is premier gameplay. Like, for instance, there's a first-person glitch we can do to pull this lever like immediately. However, we can't do that because there's a major glitch, so we spend the 2 seconds to pull it. Let's see if I can get first cycle here. Easy. Okay. Coming up is Dad Fight. So this is like the first hard fight in the game that is unavoidable, and we have to do it. And it involves fighting our father, who turned into a sand monster, and he is really annoying. But yeah, if you have any donations, I guess you can read them as I head into this fight.
Oh, that's great, because we do have a couple donations here. We have $5 from Major Kusa, who says, Curly, if you don't PB this run, I feel bad for you, dude. Haha, just kidding. Good luck with the run.
Thank you, Kusa. Appreciate it. That's my friend. Oh, man.
And we have $25 from a regular guy who says, no buff Ludwig. For the children. And Greg put that towards the BL4 all bosses no buff Ludwig incentive. Which is the big one. We are coming up on that kind of soon, so if you want to see that like I want to see that, I recommend putting those donations in. Currently sitting at about $1,100 towards that $1,500.
I soon discovered that when I had collected enough sand, the dagger gained the power to stop time. Not for me, but for
Right.
the enemy's
So
strong.
just doing the fight. Basically, this game has a ton of RNG with its fights, like in terms of how the enemies attack you, where they're placed, where they decide to go while you're fighting them. It can be pretty random. So right now they're choosing to target Farah a lot, and there are some things we can do to mitigate Farah being targeted, like having the camera like pointed away from her. Like we've kind of noticed helps her get targeted less, which is interesting. So I try to kind of keep the camera off of her as much as I can. So yeah, I just need to kill all these enemies and then I'll kill my father and move on. with my life, because I can't sit around and mope. Father's gotta die. He's an evil sand monster. No coming back from that.
Yeah, I imagine that moping actually loses time in this round.
That is true. Okay. Retrieve father. There's a little trick we do to slow-mo time right before we dagger retrieve. Otherwise, he is not retrievable. It's a cool little trick.
I'm sorry.
Not a glitch.
Why?
Cool trick.
I know what it is to lose a father.
And yes, I highly recommend playing this game.
My father.
It is. I highly recommend learning it. Like I said before, I would recommend starting with no major glitches. It can be a tough category, but when you're starting out, this is definitely the best. Okay, so what we're gonna do is save here and close the game really quick, which is a tool we have in the community, available on speedrun.com on the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time resources page. So everyone has it. So we're just gonna close it out so we don't have to watch another cutscene and move on. Okay, so next part is kind of interesting. I like this. So I just swung at Farah. Why did I hit Farah? Because Farah is not a good person. Farah is very annoying. No, I hit her because it will cause her to die quicker for this area coming up. Basically, right now she's being damaged like continuously, and she will die at some point very soon. So what I need to do, I need to race over to this lever and trigger this door opening as soon as I can. As soon as that door opens, I hit a checkpoint. And Farah dying don't mean a thing. She'll come back. Okay, got the door open. And there we go. Loaded from checkpoint. Okay, doing a little trick here to avoid some platforming. No one told you could jump up these pillars, but that's exactly what we're doing. And guess what's above these pillars? This pole. I love that pole. Alrighty. So next up is Warehouse, which has one trick that can be a little difficult to get sometimes, but I think I can do it. So the most RNG heavy moment of the game is any runner you ask, without a doubt, they're going to say baths. What's baths? It's an area coming up, let's see, maybe in about 15-ish minutes.
It's so quiet out there.
It is the most RNG heavy area of the game because the way we run it in NMG requires us to leave Farah like in an area below us. And what that is doing is creating like a risky situation of maybe Farah is not going to follow us into the next area. So if Farah does not follow us into the next area, like she tends to track our X coordinate and stay below us in this kind of like open room area. You'll see it. I'll point it out when we get to it. She tends to follow us there. If she doesn't follow us into the next area, the game doesn't know what to do and it just crashes. However, if she does, everything runs smoothly. So there, we have not come up with a sure way to keep the game from crashing there. We do have a setup that helps, but it's not 100% consistent. So if anyone would like to join the community and find a way to figure that out, we would appreciate it. And also, you get to meet some really cool people.
I'll just wait here then. Shall I?
So yeah, this basically progressing as the game intended us for to progress. Kind of like through the warehouse. Oh, also something I should mention in terms of movement tech. So there's like 3 general ways you can move around. You can run,
No permanent damage.
you can roll, you can wall run. In terms of like, you know, horizontal wall runs. Horizontal wall running is without a doubt the fastest way. So if we can do that, we do that, like right here.
There's another lever in that corner.
The second fastest way is running. Once we're at full speed, the Prince like has kind of like an acceleration from a stop position to a like a full run, like full out like flat out full speed run. However, it kind of takes them a while to get there. So if for like smaller distances, we tend to roll, and if that distance is about 4 or 5 rolls, we tend to prefer that over running. So what I'm gonna do right now, oops, I may have messed up. I'm gonna do a little jump, and okay, I think I got it. Yeah. So I did a jump right there to not spawn the enemies at the bottom floor. And what we're gonna do here as well, like a little ledge roll. So roll on the ledge, and we're good. So it's a way to drop to the bottom floor of this warehouse quicker, so we don't have to do all the other platforming. Farrah died again. I consider that a good thing, but she'll always come back alive, so.
I liked that spin tech that you used there.
Oh yeah, I'll be doing that a lot. It's just a way to buy time, you know. I appreciate it.
That's actually just RNG manipulation, right, for later on in the run?
Oh yeah. So that will alter the final enemy's position. And no, that's a lie.
It's very precise. Curly is gaming out of his mind right now.
Gamed out of my mind. Okay, so it looks like Snake is also in the warehouse. That's good. So we're not too far apart. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not very good at this, but I'll try to like make it so I can move around. Oh, I got it. Okay. So if you go in first person at the right area there, you can move around in this cutscene. Oops. And I totally didn't I didn't make use of it at all. Only in a marathon. Okay, and we're heading into birdcage. So that big cage there is like, it's like a zoo. He just said this is a Sultan Zoo. So that's where they keep all the birds, in a big cage. But right now they got out, so we're gonna have to fight them at some point. We have to be very careful that we fight them, because if we kill one bird before we kill another bird, the game will crash very reliably. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this enemy first, because he tends to teleport towards Farrah more frequently than the others. Not all the time. No Farrah, stop shooting him. Okay. Yeah, so finish up this fight. Yeah, you can just let me know if you have any donations, and go ahead and read those.
Okay, so we don't have any donations right now, but I do want to remind chat that any amount helps. In that respect, $1 can provide 4 children with treatment against pneumonia, which is a life-threatening illness. $5 can provide education supplies for 1 child, giving him or her the tools they need to continue their education. And $10 can provide high-nutrient peanut paste to a malnourished child for 10 days. So seriously, any amount that you have will be greatly, greatly appreciated and go to very good use. And we're still trying to hit that Bloodborne incentive, and we are also only $11 away from the $4,000 raised mark for this marathon. So if you want to be the one that tips us over, perhaps you can put in a $12 donation to get us over 4K. I think there's some people in chat who might like the number 12. So
love it. I would love to see that donation. It's $12, and yeah, it can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
So yeah, at least right here, I'm just going to be rolling into the cage at an angle so I can avoid a cutscene. Saving time, as we speedrunners do. No big thing. Oops. Okay. I don't think I've died there before. Alright. Gonna make our way to the top of this birdcage and go let Farrah up on a ladder. Checking out Snake's stream. Looks like he's doing pretty good. Snake and I are very close, like very close in time in terms of this game. We often joke about that we are doomed to race this game for eternity because there is a Prince of Persia centric speedrunning marathon called Pop Runs, and it's hosted every year for the past 6 years. It's been hosted in about November time, and last year we both raced the same category. And guess what? A year later, we're doing it here, and we're also doing it at Pop Runs again this year. So we love racing this game. Okay, we're gonna let Farrah up. Yeah. I want to know what everyone's doing out of their mind right now. You knitting, sewing, gaming yourself? Let me know. I'm very interested to see what y'all are doing, or if you're just watching the run.
I'd like to think that I am intently watching out of my mind right now, because this run is enthralling. It's so cool.
Appreciate that. So what we're doing here, we're just killing all 8 scarabs, which I just learned recently that there were 8. I never knew that for a while. I just kind of killed them till they were dead. Oops. But what we do is torpedo them, because It's faster, especially with the first sword. First sword usually takes 3 swings. Torpedo aim just takes 1. They're just dead after 1. And also, if we torpedo the last scarab, it avoids the cutscene of the prince putting away his sword, which saves time. Okay, Farrah's going in the crack. Farrah loves to go in cracks, by the way. Every crack you see in this game, Farrah probably either has gone through it or will go through it.
I don't know.
She's very thin.
Crack or something?
Got some people eating hibachi. Shout outs to hibachi. Okay. You do first cycle on there. You have to walk over these spikes or else they will come up and get you. So we're going to do a little bit of special tech in this area, but for the most part it's going to be standard what you would do in a run. There is one bird we're going to try to avoid. Some people are good at avoiding this bird. I am not. So I'm just going to block his first attack. Skip like a mini cutscene there. Or slow-mo. Do a bit of a little tech to get up some trees. Here's the bird. People are good at avoiding this bird. I'm not going to try. Attack me once, bird. Leave you behind. So Baths is coming up for me, and that is the moment of truth for this whole run. If you crash in Baths on like an actual run, no, I mean like a like an RTA. Oops! Don't hit me. Like if you actually crash on on a run you're trying to PB in, the run's over, basically. So we're gonna pray that Farrah is gonna cooperate and not crash our run. So I would love it if we can just get some bless RNG in the chat. One of my favorite emotes, especially for this section. But yeah, if is bless RNG still a thing? I don't know. It was when I was. Anyways, but yeah, if anyone's interested, you can like in running this game or another game. There's Prince of Persia: Warrior Within and Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones that are going to be coming up later in this marathon. Some awesome runners running those, including Catalyst. I think Catalyst is going to be doing Warrior Within, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so here comes Baths. But anyways, if you're interested in running any of these games, there's a fantastic Discord. I met a lot of friends in this Discord. Like just great people, take time out of their day just to help you out, like what's going on. You can screenshot an area, tell them, oh, I'm having this problem here, and they'll walk you through it. Like everyone's so nice there. So shout out to the Prince of Persia community, for real. Like I probably wouldn't still be running this game if not for how cool they are. Okay, so we're gonna do like a skip here. We're gonna skip this whole fight and run up on this wall if I can get it. Yes. Okay. Grab that ledge. Bet you didn't know you could grab that. All right. So this is the part I was talking about. We're gonna leave kind of Farrah below us. Farrah's just gonna be chilling below us right now, and we have to pray that she's gonna follow us in the right way to get to the next room.
Is it okay if I make a quick announcement?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, the Speed Souls Charity Marathon 2021 has officially raised over $4,000 so far this marathon.
Wow.
And that was
awesome.
that was from a donation from Frostwad, who donated $12 and said, "I am a 12 fan." So if anyone is a fan of 12 in the chat, let it be known. Thank you so much, Frostwad.
Thank you. Very much appreciated. So I crashed, but it's okay. Oh no, Farrah died on me. I did not crash. That was something I'd honestly never seen before. Farrah just kind of teleported up to where I was, just like zipped up, and then fell down and died. So, there's a first for everything, especially during a marathon. We're gonna try that again. Yeah, thank you so much for your donations. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so Snake and I are getting pretty close now because I died, but if you watch on the left, you'll see me. I'll be waiting for Farah right now. I'm waiting for Farah to kind of run below me. She's going to climb up on that ledge. She should, and run kind of below me. This can vary wildly between speedruns. There she is. Okay, as soon as I see her, I can go. This is a new setup I came up for this. It is not 100% consistent, like I was saying before, but I've had a lot of luck with it. You kind of run against this barrel, point towards the wall a little bit, and then continue. I don't have any science backing that up, and we'll know pretty soon if it worked or not. Because the game, if it did not work, the game will crash right after I wall run here. Or it'll game over. Which it did not, so I got pretty lucky there. Okay, we're gonna do a little, avoid moving that little cabinet thing, I don't know what to call it, armoire, so to say. Alright, then move on. So that was actually, it's pretty lucky baths. Alright, yeah, and you can see Snake is doing the same thing. It's a relatively recent setup, so I'm still trying to figure out, if it could be made better or not. But anyways, yeah. Oh, looks like Snake crashed. Shoot. Oh, I'm really sorry, Snake. It's okay. So what Snake's gonna do, he's gonna load from a save that's like right there, and which avoids that area, so we can just keep the marathon going. That's unfortunate though. It's all right. Positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Believe in you, Snake.
Yeah, get some positive vibes in chat for Snake.
Yes, please. That is one of our favorite emotes in the pop community, so to say. Prince of Persia, P.O.P. Okay. Let's see if Farah's coming. There she is. Thank you, Farah. You're being so nice today. Okay, gonna try to skip a cutscene here, which we did, by jumping on some walls. Okay, so we can just leave Farah behind. She'll find a way to us, don't worry. Roll cancel there. So what I just did there is called a roll cancel. There's a certain type of roll that Prince does when he rolls forward. It's special. It's not like your typical like roll you do by pressing the jump button. That roll is like what happens when he falls from like a greater height than normal. And if we get him to roll forward, there is a way. We voted on it as a community to include that in the No Major Glitches run. Basically, there's a way to, if you go into first-person view, as you start that roll, you can cancel the roll, and it cancels the animation, which can be helpful for some areas where you don't want to roll forward. Save you a split second, but we take any split second that we can. Look at Farah. She made it.
She seems to be gaming out of her mind as well. Do we have time for another donation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have $12.69 from Creepy NJ, who says, "Look at Jake Gyllenhaal go! Great race, great game, great commentary."
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Creepy. I may have flubbed saying great game, but I'm glad you think my commentary is great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is the Jake Gyllenhaal, starring in the Prince of Persia movie, which released in 2010. I have not seen that movie since I watched it in theaters with my friends. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. But I want to rewatch it.
Don't step off that switch.
I have
Okay.
definitely never seen that movie.
It is.
I remember when it was coming out, though.
Yeah, it is interesting. I thought it was going to be more truthful to the game, but no.
Well, there's your first mistake.
That was okay. So that movie for me, that was one of the first video game movies that I saw on big screen. Like I didn't really care about Doom at that time. I think Doom with Dwayne the Rock Johnson was a little before that. I wasn't like a huge Doom fan, so I didn't really care. But like Prince of Persia, oh yeah, like let's go. So I remember just having my expectations so high and be like, yeah, video games on the big screen, and yeah. Now I know better. I've grown up. I've grown wiser. However, not wise enough to not run this category, because this category can be punishing. Okay, there's weird jump. So I did a certain jump into this cutscene. So if you look on the left side of the screen, or left side of your viewing screen, you are going to see some crazy stuff going on with the camera. I really like it. It's fun.
joking
It's
and
not a glitch.
camaraderie over their
It's just
evening
weird stuff.
meal.
Here we go.
Just as
Woo!
my father's men do back
Ooh,
home in the
boy.
South, at ease because they think
Oh.
themselves safe within
It's
the
just a way to get
castles.
around this enemy a little faster.
How could they know that
I love that
enemies
camera.
are already among them?
My goodness. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're just avoiding this fight again. We like to skip a lot of fights, so we're just skipping this fight, leaving Farah behind. Right now, Farah's getting bodied, which is not good. Right now, RNG is totally in play. There's nothing I can do about Farah getting bodied. The best I can do is go as fast as I can and get out of this area. So we're gonna open this door. Be very particular at how we get out of here. Have to let the door push us out. Door has to push us. If it doesn't push us, Farah's gonna die. There we go. Push me. Yes. Me jumping there was a way to kind of widen my hitbox to make it easier for the door to push me out. Just want to explain that. Okay. Do another little skip here. Bet you didn't know this. Whoop. There you go. Try this at home, please. We would love more speedrunners. I think no major glitches has become the most popular category. It definitely wasn't when I started. When in summer of 2019, I started running Zipless, which is another category for this game. I found it to be very hard. So I switched over to no major glitches, and I did a few runs in that. At the same time, like there's another runner starting around that time, and we were kind of running together. And we did no major glitches together a little bit. And I feel like it got a lot more popular around that time, and it is now like the most popular category for this game. Because it is, you know, I think it's the easiest to run in terms of less major stuff to learn. However, if you're going for a PB, I think it can be the most punishing because you really need that RNG to cooperate with you. Okay, so we're gonna draw down this drawbridge. Okay, looks like Snake's coming up on me. I gotta be careful. Okay, so I'm just gonna run through this next area and avoid this next fight. So, you know, any donations or announcements, be a great time to read them.
There are no donations at the moment, but I do see Kusa in chat, who is a previous donor, said this category hits different per se. And is that something that you would agree with versus a glitch category of some kind?
Absolutely. This category really do be hitting different in more ways than one. Probably the most notable way is just how much, you know, random numbers come into play. But yes, Kusa is right. Absolutely right. And yeah, really appreciate his donation as well as the other donation right after him, the $12 one. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to skip some more platforming, get up to these poles in a way the developer did not intend. We're going to make our way through Farah Tower. So right now we're just pulling levers to kind of help Farah through this tower. We pull a lever and it changes the platform position. It either rotates the platform or it raises the platform. And what we're doing is, it's a cool mechanic. It's not really a puzzle. It's just you pull the next lever that's ahead of you, basically. But what it's doing, it's a way like for you to help Farah out and for her to help you out. As you see her, she's on the platform now, and we're kind of guiding her to where she needs to get to the next lever. And then we get into position when she gets that bridge into place. Uh-oh. Woo. What we love to do, we love to watch Farah climb. Shout out to Farah climbing. She's a trooper. All right, here it comes. Ugh. Yeah, again, this is all pretty standard. Like I said before, we're doing it in the fastest way possible. That is right, this is speed gaming. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the live broadcast.
I don't want to speak on chat's behalf, but I think there are quite a number of speed enjoyers in the chat, given that they're here, so I know I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We appreciate all of your enjoyment. Are you a speed enjoyer or a casual fan? Is that the meme? Yeah, fan.
Yeah, oh man, I'm blanking on it as well.
Yeah, it's like casual fan says something, average speedrun enjoyer, which is our chat.
Yeah, definitely the Chad of the meme is the chat that we have right now.
A lot of Chad energy going on in the chat. Love it. And you know, hey, Chad, I think that term is just, I think it's been reclaimed in a way. Before it was kind of derogatory towards like, oh, you know, kind of that type of guy. It's more like macho, more like a jock type of guy. But people are starting to use it like, hey, Chad energy. You got real Chad energy. You just, maybe like, I don't know. Some people.
Yeah, I think it all depends on context. I think the context that surrounds it now in the more meme kind of way is definitely way
Yes.
more positive, way more inclusive, which is the important thing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about, I'll die for the meme. I die for the meme. Well, maybe not die, but I do a lot for the meme. Okay, so here is another skip coming up. Hopefully I don't mess it up, because it can be kind of difficult. So we're going to kill this bird, maybe, because he's going to block us. Oh, no, he's walking away. Okay, so there's a setup for this. I'll try mine. Oh, was it? Okay, so we're going to avoid some platforming. Jump on some... Oh! Oh, no, 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 I like that. I like that. Okay, so there's some more stuff I could do, but since I'm already here, I'll just jump down. But there's a way to get on some rubble and roll down to the other ledge. And we would get down to this area below us a little quicker. But since I landed there, I'll just go. It's a little unpredictable for me. I'm not going to say I'm the best speedrunner for this game. Obviously not. But you got to take your victories when you get them. If you get in a good position, just keep moving.
Hey, as long as you're trying your best, I think that qualifies for being able to say you're the best.
Absolutely. Oops. So this is a little special jump we do to kind of avoid that little... I want to show you guys. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I die. There you go. Try that one at home. Okay, do this next trick I call the Furdy. It's not necessary. I just like to do it. Okay, I didn't get it. But it's if you jump at a certain part of that beam, you can hit the wall like immediately. Shoutouts to Furdy. Feast of Furdy's probably in the chat. Okay, so what I did there, I'm loading the next area and then rewinding. And I'm not gonna go down there. Why? Because I'm gonna go up this way. I've been messing this up in practice a little bit, so I'm going to pray that I get it. Ooh, I don't think I'm on this very well. No.
Do you think you could find your way there?
Of course, finding my way to the
Okay, I'm just
baths
gonna
from here
try
should be easy.
Good. I'll meet you there.
Yeah. For some reason I lost my ability to do this trick. Somehow. I don't know what happened.
I'll just ask the first
There you go.
sand creature I run into.
Okay.
Could you direct
So
me to
we're
the path,
doing...
please?
These are some
Thanks, I didn't
strats.
mention it. I used to be a
Almost
bad
out of bounds
back in
strats.
July.
No glitches here. Grabbing the sand cloud. Have some security.
Issue with the baths. She orders me around as if I
I'm
were
sure
a
Snake is
servant.
doing well. Shoutouts to Snake for running this game with me and being boss dog. Snake and I are really similar in skill level, as I said before.
Probably
So.
because I felt sorry for her.
Being a silent
Well, it
boss
stops
dog
now.
that's just gaming.
From now on, she
Uh-oh,
will
yeah.
toe the
Gaming
line.
and
Absolutely.
That is.
Yeah, gaming and gaining on me as well. Cause he
Yeah, it's
closing the
getting
gap.
close.
Oh.
Anyone's
Waiting
race.
here all this time.
Absolutely. One small mistake, you could lose
Realize
a minute.
these
But
baths.
we're not doing
I
that.
went to the other
We're losing no
baths,
minutes.
clear across the other side of the city. A lovely wash and a rub with
Okay.
fragrant oils.
More scarabs
Glad you
here.
weren't there.
We don't
Stop
fight them.
talking to yourself.
It's not necessary. I'm gonna jump this way to skip a cutscene. A lot of cutscene skips using movement tech, which I find really interesting. Honestly, I don't know exactly where all of the cutscene triggers are. I just know the moves to avoid them. And I don't know if you know, Carl, just running a game enough, you kind of forget how to do it casually. I'm sure you can attest to that.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. And so this whole thing, I don't even know. So you do a very set of precise movements to get through this cavern quickly. Oh, I messed up the movements. Let me try that again. I gotta rewind quite a bit back. Actually, yeah, from right here. So 4 steps here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we grab the ledge. Okay, then we're good. Okay, now we get through this little cavern. Some simple wall running. Like I said before, wall running is always fastest. So if we can do it, we do it. Here it's necessary though. except for the wooden platforms. But okay, like here, we're gonna wall run again. Boom! Killing it. All right, I know Eraser 7 is not watching, but this pot right here is for him. Always thinking of you. Is there a pot emoji? If there is, let's get that in the chat. That is a pot that is unnecessary to break that, but it's like right in our path. And if the prince runs over it, he just breaks it. So we break it. It might
Yeah,
lose you.
if there's not one, I feel like there will be one soon with the new Elden Ring NPC.
Ooh, I've not seen that.
He's just a guy who's like literally just a pot.
Ooh, now I'm getting interested. I love some breakable pots. If you can break them, sign me up. I'm very excited for Elden Ring, by the way. Very hyped for that.
There might be a couple people in chat who might also be excited about that.
Oops. I was trying to be a cool kid here. There we go. A little wall run to skip that platforming. Grab onto these. What are these? Stalactites or stalagmites? I think they're stalactites. What do you think?
I think the way I was told how to differentiate is stalactites are tight to the ceiling and stalagmites are like little mites in the carpet. I might be completely wrong about that. Maybe I am.
That
We're gonna need some
no.
fact checking, but it makes sense.
That sounds, yeah, I could dig it. I could definitely dig that. It's an easy way to remember. Okay, we got some bats. We don't want to mess around with them. Leave me alone. Can't wait for you guys to see YOLO bats at the end of the game. It's very nerve-wracking. If you get hit by these bats, you could die. I mean, the other bats, not these. Okay. If we don't have to kill the bats, we don't do it. But they might become collateral damage by me swinging at this wall. Oh, killed no bats. Nice. Okay, we're heading into the well. This is the well. We're just trying to get out of this well and get up through that hole, the biggest hole in the ceiling with the most light coming out of it. We're going to do that using no glitches at all. With our hands tied behind our backs. Uh-oh. Snake's gaining on me. Get well, snake. Okay. A little bit of alternate platforming here. And here's another trick. Again, no glitches involved in this. Let's hope I can get it first try. Just using the platforming, make tech to our advantage. Run on this. We're not supposed to be doing this, by the way. Okay. Got it. It's got to be perfect. Ugh! Got it. All right, we skipped a decent amount of platforming. It maybe saves like 20-ish seconds, maybe less. But it's fun. And it's a good way to show off to your friends. Okay. More platforming, getting around some traps. A little way to get up here that's unique. Okay, I call these YOLO traps. Because I'm going to YOLO these traps. YOLO! Okay, we're okay. We could have died there. But yeah, you are now watching Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, no major glitches category. Please look for the other categories. We have Warrior Within as well. We have the whole entire Sands trilogy here. So I am extremely hyped to watch all of that. So the second game is Warrior Within, and the third game is The Two Thrones, all involving Prince of Persia. Yeah, I do sincerely hope you all are having a nice evening or night, wherever you are. Got like a warm beverage, just chilling, just enjoying the stream. And I hope, you know, hope you're able to donate during the stream, because this is all going to save the children, correct?
That is absolutely correct, yes.
All right, well, let's get those donations in.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because we actually do have a donation here from
Let's do it.
Carnate, who donates $100 and says, Mbasa. Thank you so much, Carnate. And Carnate put that towards the Bloodborne incentive that we have going. So thank you so much. You got us that much closer. I'm going to go ahead and check here how much we have left. Roughly about $300 left. I think we can probably hit that. There's still a bit of time between now and when the Bloodborne runners get to the Ludwig boss fight. So I'm starting to believe even more in Twitch chat that this can get done. Thank you so much for your generosity. And also thank you to Giant Cookie Jar, who gave us a nice big raid. And thank you to everyone who's hosted so far or gave us raids. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your donations. Really to a good cause. And I am noticing some people in the chat saying Warrior Within is the edgy Prince of Persia. They are absolutely correct. That's when this prince that we're playing right now, he puts on like mascara, gets all broody and emo, starts cursing.
Nice.
He starts cursing. And that was a big thing when I was a kid. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. You love to see it. It's like when Shadow the Hedgehog was like allowed to hold a gun for some reason.
Yes.
And like Sonic turned into a werewolf. I feel like that was a very edgy time in video game history.
Yes, I'm willing to agree. That definitely a target demographic that most AAA games of that time were kind of targeting. All right, so we're in Harem right now, or I'm in Harem. Snake's coming up pretty soon. So this is like a 4-wave battle that we cannot avoid, that we have to do. So unavoidable, we do it. So I think that was the first wave. We're gonna try to make it through all 4 waves alive, intact, with our sanity. This fight can be a little difficult in terms of, see, it's like very close quarters. Enemies kind of have like some big hit. Oh no! Ooh, got lucky. The enemies with the, I don't know what those are, like lances or whatever. They have pretty big hitboxes, and then being in this area is just very crowding. So we try to get rid of them. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're still on second wave. So what's gonna happen is, I don't know how many enemies there are in all these other waves, but I know for the last wave because it's necessary. There are 4 enemies in the last wave. I'm gonna kill 3 of them. I'm gonna lure one of them to a certain area. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm gonna lure one of them to a certain area. And both Snake and I, we're gonna lure them and freeze them and move a pillar so Farrah can progress to the next area while we like save, basically. And it helps us like skip quite a bit of time, because it takes a while for Farrah to like find that in casual playthrough. However, we found a way to move that before we save the game, and then we'll crash it. I mean, sorry, not crash it, but like quit the game and reopen it really quickly. But yeah, this is a good race so far. We're almost an hour in, and look how neck and neck we are.
Yeah, this is so compelling. This is great. I love when races get this close.
I had a feeling. Snake and I were like some kind of connection. If he does poorly, I'll do poorly. If he does well, I do well.
You both are gaming out of your mind, so it makes sense. This is high-octane gaming you're seeing here on twitch.tv/Speedstals.
Absolutely.
For the Speedstals Charity Marathon 2021.
Just totally gamed out of my mind. And I'm loving it. Loving every second. All right, so here's the last enemy. Let's lure her over here. We got to get her past this little carpet that's behind me. Come on. Come on, baby. Here we go. There she is. Okay, come on. Past the carpet, please. Gonna freeze her. Stall her. Gives us some time to move this. Gotta move it. See that little hole at the feet? Need that to be open. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna save the game and quit out really quickly. And Farrah's gonna climb into that hole in the meantime. It's like something that happens off screen, basically. It's like the curtains fluttering in old movies. That's basically what's going on here. But it's just Farrah stepping on a button. So there we go. We skipped quite a bit of just waiting around for Farrah to, get on the button. It's a cool trick. I don't know who came up with it, but I appreciate it. Yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying this hard gaming, speed gaming, Souls gaming coming up after this. What do we have after this, Carl? I'd love to hear about it.
Well, coming up next, we have a game that some people may have heard of before. It's kind of an indie game. It's called Bloodborne,
Oh.
and it is a 4-way race between Curious Peanut, Ivan, Impactful Forest, and Deep Planet 36. And it is going to be a Blood Level 4 all bosses, no clipping run. And if you don't know what that means, Blood Level 4 means they're not going to be leveling up their characters at all. They're not going to be changing any of their stats. They're just going to go full throttle gaming against all bosses in Bloodborne.
Wow. I am so looking forward to that. Okay, freezing some enemies here, like I am wont to do. Let's just go a little quicker. Oops. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I know I'll definitely be tuning into that.
For
So-
sure I am, and I also see someone asking if that includes the DLC, and yes, when we say all bosses, we mean all bosses, and we also have an incentive for one of the hardest DLC bosses, Ludwig, to be fought without any buffs to the weapon. So if you want to see that, get a donation in, make sure you look at the right side of the page, and choose that incentive.
Awesome. Yeah, so what we're doing here, this is actually a multi-phase fight, but we're going to keep alive this last enemy. I messed up a little bit, and I don't have my moons, which I typically freeze them with. Uh-oh. Don't want you over there. That's okay, I just keep knocking him down. So what I'm doing, I'm just aligning these lights while keeping him alive. It keeps me from having to fight the rest of the enemies, which is unnecessary. And if it's not necessary, we don't do it. Okay. But yeah, I love Bloodborne. I just want to say I'm surprised I am not a Soulsborne runner myself, because Bloodborne, when that came out, when I played that, instantly became one of my favorite games ever.
You know, if you are interested in starting to do any kind of Soulsborne game, there is a place you could go for that, which is the Speed Souls Discord.
You don't say. I'm gonna have to check that out.
You might want to check it out and start your speedrunning journey in the Souls series. I think the gameplay in this game looks kind of similar. I think we were joking earlier before we went live by saying that Prince of Persia walked so that Dark Souls could run, and it really seems like that. There's a lot of similar movement.
Absolutely, yeah. Just similar movement all around. You know, flips and tricks, jumping. There's even a dagger in there somewhere. I'm sure
Yeah.
Dark Souls has daggers, right?
Oh yeah. Demon Souls definitely has a dagger.
Where is that glow coming
Ah.
from?
That's one I haven't played, Demon Souls.
That's one I've played entirely too much. But we have a couple donations if now is a good time.
Absolutely it is.
We have a $20 donation from Anonymous. They didn't leave a comment, but they put it towards the no buff Ludwig boss fight incentive for that Bloodborne run. Thank you so much, Anonymous. And we have $100 from Major Kusa, who's putting in another donation, which is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Kusa said, for the kids, and that's important to remember. All of this is going towards
What's
Save the
that
Children,
supposed
which
to
is such an
mean?
important cause. It's giving kids just such
Want
a
to be
great
useful?
chance
Try
at
finding
a
book
better
that'll
life.
tell us how to
and
get out of here.
I am just overwhelmed by chat's generosity right now. Thank you so much,
Game.
Kusa. Thank you so much,
She thinks
Anonymous.
This is a game.
Kusa, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. Now I'm gonna tear up. That was very generous. Wow. Oh, Fair just died on me. So what I did earlier was a oops. Okay, so this is not going well. So I arranged a mirror. You can watch Snake do it on the right side of the screen. We arrange a mirror in a certain fashion and do a torpedo attack off of it. Okay, I'm good. And what that does is drop us to this little rope that we grab early on, totally skipping a ton of platforming. So we're skipping like most of the platforming in this area called Hall of Learning. And we're just gonna go up this ladder and we're almost done with it. We just need to line up this light and we'll be golden. Oh my goodness. I'm still thinking that was very generous. Okay. Yeah, thank you for real. We really appreciate it. All
Thank you so much
donations.
for all the generosity is seriously blowing my mind. So thank you all so much.
You opened the gate.
we do have another $10 donation from Jam that says, we're gamed out of our minds here, which I think we can all agree with, especially with how close this race is getting.
Jam, thank you so much. It's another one of my friends. Wow, you guys are so awesome.
You simply love to see it.
Why did you put your sword away?
It always, always like appreciative of, you know, friends who can understand your hobbies and, you know, watch you stream in front of over 400 people. And which is the first time I'm personally doing a big marathon like this. I know Snake is kind of in the same situation. So be gentle with us. Go easy on us.
You guys are absolutely killing it. This is incredible to behold, honestly. And
Oh.
I never would have guessed that this was like your first big event.
Come on.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, and yeah, another thank you to Snake. I really wish he could talk, but you know it's really late where he is. So, and he's feeling under the weather, like I said earlier.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's hard to talk in game, and with the way Snake is gaming, who could blame him?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're both using about like 95% of our brains right now, and even using the other 5% to, you know, talk like I am now. Oof, I'm overloading. So if Snake, if you don't win this, I don't know. I gave you the opportunity. I think I've only lost to Snake in races. I don't think I've ever beaten Snake. So that'll be a real treat
So
for me.
there's a bit of a grudge going. This
Oh
is the
yeah,
grudge match.
a little bit of friendly grudge going on. Oops. Yes. He loves to hold that over my head. Every time I talk to him, he's like, haha. No, he does not do that. Snake is really nice. Snake is a prominent Ratchet and Clank runner as well.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna do a thing called, what's this, Mega Freeze. This is the first time we have it because we finally filled all of our moons in our dagger. So we're just gonna kill these enemies as fast as we can and hope they don't block us. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna leave you. And that is gonna come in handy later on when we get to a place called Elevator. It's a big elevator where we fight with Farah. It is one of the hardest fights in the game, especially if you're trying to PB.
There should be a way to make this thing go up. See if you can find a switch.
That and last fight, which is right before we fight the Vizier. Okay, so right now Farah is not in this room, so what we're gonna do is save,
Done. I'll start the story
and then
from here next time.
and then die. Once we die, like the game kind of decides to put Farah in the room, which is nice. Goodbye, world. It's okay, I'm coming back.
That's it.
I found one. Shall
There
I
she is.
pull it?
Not
Okay,
yet.
here's a little bit of tech
Wait
here.
till I'm on the
If you played this game
platform.
casually, maybe you never even thought to do this. I'm gonna run up on this ledge and get to the other side. This whole area is called Observatory, and it's a
Are you
puzzle.
on the platform yet?
We decide to
yet.
not do the puzzle
Wait till I'm on the platform.
because, as I said before, if it's unnecessary, we don't do it.
Ah!
I think puzzles usually seem kind of slow, so I imagine that's the case here. And we're speedrunners, so we don't do things that are slow.
Absolutely, yeah, and I'm already using 100% of my brain.
Wait. Don't
If I had to
forget
use
about the
another
game.
1% even, I might
I feel
explode.
like you might be capping out now, and you might even be at 112%.
Okay, yeah, I
But
agree.
luckily, you have a very powerful brain, from what I'm seeing here with this amazing run.
Yeah, just my brain's getting
The
larger
game's
by the second.
open.
Oops. So what I did there, I jumped and I rewound, I don't know what you want to call it. What that does is kind of it loads the next area, and then if I rewind, it allows me to pull the lever, which opens the door. So we can't get through unless the door's
Come
open.
on.
So there's Farah, and if you didn't do that jump like I did before, this whole thing would be just
Wait.
gray.
Let's see where this
It'd be like the
goes.
background texture.
All right.
and
you
you'd
can
be
take
stuck.
the crack.
So we're gonna move on past all these deadly traps, which have some blood on them, which makes me think
I'm
that
up here.
some other poor soul
pulling that
made their way
lever.
through here and met their untimely demise. Yeah. I think the whole chat has like big brain energy and will share the sentiment. If you're not using 100% of your
Do
brain,
you think I can jump it?
that's okay.
Go on, try. What's the worst that can happen?
It is a way to challenge yourself though.
There you go.
Alright, Snake is right behind me. Oh jeez, I knew this race was gonna be close. Oh, that makes it so much more exciting. I can't let him win. I can't.
I'll meet you on the
I
other
gotta
side
get
of that
one
gate.
win.
Careful.
You be careful.
Just go, Snake, go a little slower, okay? Can you die or something? I would appreciate that. Or just let me win. I would be happy. I'm just kidding. I'll earn this one. Okay, so this is a courtyard. There are a lot of courtyards in this game, but I think this is the second to last one that we go into. These enemies with the big swords, worst enemy in the game.
I can't open the gate.
You can quote me on that. Big hitboxes, they're incredibly deadly, they're very hard to kill. So we're going to try to avoid them. Maybe if he doesn't get in my way. We're going to use a little trick. Another palm tree. A lot of palm tree tricks in this game. Uh-oh, I'm losing some time here. We're going to like try to get these enemies away from us. And there we go. Okay. So we get up here a little early, which we're not intended to be here this early. More tricks. Just avoiding everything. Oh, slow down, Snake. I don't feel safe anymore. You're catching me. Okay. Get up on a little ledge. No glitches involved. I'm not going to risk that. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we're going to open the door at the bottom, and Farah's going to come out and be ready for us. However, because it's a speedrun, we're going to try to get down there as quick as we can. And I will show you the way that we do it.
I'm out.
And yes, I know we have someone in the chat saying, can you roll in this game? Makes it a Souls-like. Absolutely. You can roll under swords. Pretty sure. So that's very Souls mechanic, right? But here's
Yeah,
how
definitely.
Yeah. So we're getting down this way. It's a little setup to get on this ledge. Got it. And I'm going to drop down. Uh-oh. Oh, I made it. Wow, I've never done it that way. I'll take it. All right, let's see you do it, Snake. Everyone watch Snake. Cheer for Snake.
Let's go, Snake.
It's your cheer emoji of choice. Or emote. I'm sorry. I'm still going to be honest. I feel like kind of a boomer when it comes to emotes. I don't know many of the names. I know Poggers. I know PogChamp. Kappa, Lul. Not very well versed though, but beyond that.
Those are some pretty good ones to know. I too feel like a boomer, so I know what you feel like.
Boomers unite. Okay, so we're skipping fights as we are wont to do. We love it. We love to skip fights. So we're gonna come up to the prison after this next cutscene. Prison is fun. It utilizes a trick that's not a glitch, but honestly, this will be the most like a glitch that is in this whole entire run. And you will see why. So if you all remember the trick, the Mega Freeze thing I did where I was able to freeze the enemies and zip to them real fast and kill them. So we're going to use that ability, but we're going to start it while standing on a button. And the button opens that door that you see right there. And what that's going to do is keep the door open and keep the button pressed while we get off the button, which keeps us from having to move a box onto it, which before that keeps us from having to complete the whole fight because it's really hard to do that without completing the fight. Again, not a glitch.
Father's palace was a prison much like
So,
this.
hope you enjoy
I never
this.
set foot inside.
It can be
Now
easy to
here
mess
I
up.
was, myself a prisoner, seeking an
Because the trick to this trick, quote unquote trick, is that you have to target an enemy that is just far enough away from you. If you target an enemy that's too close, the trick won't trigger. Not a glitch.
Yeah, maybe the real glitches were the friends that we made along the way.
I'm willing to agree with that. Absolutely. Okay. Safely make our way down to the bottom of the prison. I wouldn't want to be stuck here. Wink. Okay. These enemies, be gone. Don't want to deal with you. We need this sand cloud because we have to refill our moons and all of our everything. So now we're full. We can do the Mega Freeze now. Now we just have to get on this button. Uh-oh, that's not good. So having that big enemy in front of me is not good at all. Oh, okay, I think I can do it. So here's the Mega Freeze. First person. There we go. See the door? It's still open. And we're going to make our way through it. That was actually really smooth. That could have gone wrong in more than one way. All right, Snake, your turn. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, everyone watch the right. Snake's about to do something really fun.
It was the first time I had seen such devices.
Personally, I'm just gonna progress.
Close enough to touch.
I think we call these
Where
yellow
the men
bats.
whose trade it had been to apply
I think
to extract the
I'm not sure.
King sought.
we call some bats yellow bats, and I want to say it's this because at any moment these bats can bite us. So we just have to keep moving. Keep moving.
Gods and
Keep moving,
prisoners
Prince.
made equal
If we
by
stop, the bats
sound
bite
of
us and we die.
time.
So we're gonna keep moving. Good job, Snake. Awesome. I just saw he made it through. Okay. I'm gonna swing at these, scare them away. The bats are still on us, so we're going to have to kill them at some point, unfortunately. As much as I love animals, these bats have to go. It's more about self-preservation than anything else.
I think animals in games usually tend to, especially speedruns, tend to be the enemies to watch out for.
Which is really unfortunate. Okay, oh, the bats are still on me. That's not very common. Okay, we're good. If they bit me there, I would have died. So that's good they did not do that. Okay, here comes the next courtyard. This courtyard can go wrong in a lot of ways. A lot of large enemies with large hitboxes. Again, like the more you progress in this game, the larger the enemies get. Okay, I'm gonna do a certain, nope. There's a way you can kind of not aggro enemies if you just run forward. All you have to do is run forward, and there's a chance to like not aggro, but it didn't work. Okay, so I'm getting crowded by enemies here. Uh-oh. Out of the way. Maybe I'll get this someday. Next time. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is a wall run to get up to this platform early, and I'm failing it quite a bit because these enemies are in my way. Oh no. Come on. Come on. Well, I can't seem to get it. Come on, Snake, you can do it. Show them what it looks like.
Looks like this race is getting even more interesting.
There we go.
Which I didn't think was possible.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Snake, what are you doing? I thought you were going to let me win. We agreed. No, we didn't agree. Snake's not going to pass up this opportunity. Wow, you closed the gap. Impressive. Okay.
You simply love to see it when races get this close.
Getting stuck here. Okay, so now I'm gonna get past this area. Sorry I'm behind now. Oops. I can only talk about what I'm doing, unfortunately. Kind of hard to watch what Snake's doing. But I'm just gonna run across this bridge. Basically what Snake just did is avoid the bird that's looking the most aggro. Alright, bird. You get on the opposite side of that bird. The bird won't target you. It's like magic. Okay, yeah, so what Snake is in is elevator right now. It'll be on the right side of your screen. Or whatever screen you're watching this on. You see Snake. He is in the elevator fight, which can be difficult if you're not careful. So what he's doing right now is called Mega Freeze. Like I said earlier, you know, just kill the enemies as fast as you can. If this is a fight we can't avoid, therefore we do it as quickly as we can.
I feel like that used to be a big thing in video games, where there was be a long elevator where you just have a wave of enemies coming at you.
Yeah. What other games do that? No, now that you mention it.
I think one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, maybe.
Or like Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
I can see
definitely
that.
seems like some Streets of Rage stuff.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
Of course, Halo.
Oh yeah. All right. Intrigued. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like Snake's doing pretty well. I'm just copying him. Copying his homework, basically. Honestly,
His chain spread looks a little different.
yeah, to learn a speedrun, if you've never speedrun before, best way to do it is to watch another speedrun. It's not cheating. You're learning.
It's sharing.
Sharing, yeah. And most speedruns will require a video as proof. Therefore, I'd say most, you know, speedrun games don't have the barrier of not being able to see the speedrun. That's almost like, it's very rare to have, oops, a run that doesn't have video attached to it. Uh-oh, I'm getting bodied here. Good job, Snake, on the elevator. Okay, let's see if I can finish myself. I think this is like, besides the last fight, it's like the most amount of enemies the game throws at you in one fight. And they're all big and mean and annoying, but we did it. Alright, yeah, so what Snake's doing right now is a new way we found to grab the lever at the end. Oh, I don't know if he set it up. So basically running up to that little sigil, doing a wall run up to that sigil and jumping was not consistent. Like the physics are just weird. So what we found is to get up on this little thing and run up this wall. No one knows why it's not consistent, like running up the intended way, but thankfully as speedrunners we've found a way around the game trying to keep you from finishing it.
And all without glitches too, which is the most impressive part.
Absolutely. I agree with that. If you play this category first, then go to another one, you will find that your movement is
nearby. I can feel it.
amazing. You know, you basically learn to train your movement in this category, then you can do zipless, which then you can be introduced to like first-person glitches, which are pretty easy to trigger. They require some setups, but there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube, written by some of like the vets.
Yeah, it almost sounds like Goku from Dragon Ball Z when he's got like the weighted clothes on and he's training, and then he tries taking them off, and they're like, "No, you train with that."
Yes, like Brock Lee, when he drops his leg.
Exactly.
Oh, leg weights, yeah. I was not much of a Naruto fan, but like that's one scene I really liked. I love how purely anime it is. It's like, okay, I'll go all out. Love it. Okay, so we both hit a tomb cutscene, which is an unskippable cutscene, and is like one of the barriers to, you know, running this game as fast as we can. We don't know a way to skip this. We've never figured it out. The only way to skip it would be to like mod it, which, you know, is not allowed. So we just have to watch it. It's almost 2 minutes, or maybe a little longer. So if you have any donations or any announcements, now would be a fantastic time.
So there are no donations at this time, but if someone is hearing that in Twitch chat and wants to change that, far be it from me to tell them not to do that. In other words, you can get those donations in. Remember to select an incentive. We are pretty close to that Bloodborne no buff Ludwig incentive. We're sitting at around $1,357 raised towards that out of 1,500. So just about $150 left, which is mind-blowing. That's really awesome. Thank you so
Wow.
much. And just a reminder, all of these donations are going to save the children.
If this tomb is to be ours, at least the dagger will be.
I really want to see what buff Ludwig is.
We are together.
So it's actually no buff Ludwig.
Oh,
so
no,
typically-
so like no
Yeah.
buffs on the characters.
So
Oh,
it's
I thought it
even
was like
harder. Yeah.
Sorry, I was
I thought it was like
misunderstanding
like he's flexing and like
Yes!
super buff.
that would have been interesting.
I want to see that now. I wonder how much donations we need to get to see that. But
My mother taught me
Love
the
it.
secret word.
the runners are going to be playing through all of Bloodborne, beating all the bosses without leveling up their character at all. And with Ludwig, typically in that route, you'll use some buffs. You'll use beast blood pellets. You'll use some bolt paper. You know, whatever buff you have, and we can force them to not use any of that and just have to do it as a one-to-one gamer versus boss.
You did that,
Wow.
didn't you?
Okay, I am intrigued.
Farah?
Let's Let's get the incentive for no buff Ludwig. All right. Snake's getting there, but we have after the cutscene. Thankfully, it's over. We have endless stairs. These stairs never end, so we're gonna be here for the rest of the night. I'm sorry. Sorry for the schedule. Should have accounted for it. I'm just kidding. The stairs eventually end, but it's
Estimate too generous.
yeah. As you can see, Snake got there, but they feel endless. Like if you're a kid playing this game, there's like this creepy music, just running downstairs. You're like, when does it end? My attention span is not long enough to keep running down these stairs. But we get there. Yeah, so this is Mystic Door Puzzle. And as you can see, Snake is already doing it. We have it's a puzzle. Obviously, it doesn't change, thankfully. It's the same, door that you go into each time. However, I feel like most runners don't do this puzzle correctly. What they need to do is trigger this called Landscape View. And what we do, now we can count. So I know I need to go in the 4th door. So it's 4, 7, 3, 1, 4, 9, 5. That's the order of doors we go in. I'm the only runner that does this, and everyone makes fun of me for it. I will not stand for that. I will live and die by landscape mode. When you go in the 3rd door, I have to count. If I can't see him, I can't count. Snake's doing it the probably faster way, which is not doing it.
I don't see you. What the? All right, this is getting ridiculous.
And 4, 9, 5. So here comes 4.
Farah?
Hey, Snake already made it. This is the 9th door. Yeah, so what happens in the story right now is that Farah has tricked the prince and stolen the dagger. And so now Prince no longer has a dagger, which means we can't rewind. So if we die, we have to reload from the checkpoint. Thankfully, we only have to get through a small number of areas in this form. But however, it means, if we fall off, we can't rewind. And coming up on the right, you'll see Snake doing... Here's another puzzle. It's got a set solution. However, Snake's going to do a way... We're going to kind of get on top of that mirror that he just pulled and basically roll past the impassable door. Oops. Let's see if he can do it. Nice, he got it. I am not very good at that trick, so we'll see if I get it. Yeah, claps in the chat.
Oh, no.
Great job, Snake. Oh, looks like he's gonna get me again. Alright. I frequently die at this, so pray for me. Uh-oh. Okay, all good. Alright. And basically what we're skipping is the final sword, which is in that puzzle. That sword can kill any enemy in one hit. And it's kind of necessary because throughout the game we've needed to retrieve enemies to kill them. However, the sword makes it so we don't even have to retrieve them. They just kind of vanish in a puff of sand. However, we don't have that sword right now. So it would be take too long to get it. Alright, yeah, we're getting pretty close here. Have some more platforming to do, final fight, and then we'll call it a run after we finally face the Vizier. Uh-oh, Snake's having some difficulties with the enemies. It's alright. Have any difficulties in any game you run, you're just gonna have to push through. You can't think about always getting a PB. You just have to keep going.
An easy trap to fall into, where you're just like, well, it wasn't perfect, so I'm gonna reset. But
yes, especially...
I do not recommend that.
Yeah, it's not a healthy way to run. Like, especially if you're trying to get a PB, it can be very tempting, and I've done it myself. Just, oh, gotta reset. But, yeah.
I am very guilty of that.
Yeah. I think it's very much about, okay, you can think about it, I'm gonna do the rest of the run in practice. Okay, so what I'm doing is a setup here. Snake tried to show me his setup, but I couldn't figure it out, so I did come up with my own. So I don't know if it's perfect. He already did it, though. But we're just skipping a lot of platforming and using the terrain the developers generously gave us for ill purposes. Okay, this area is pretty nerve-wracking for all runners because we don't have a dagger, we can't rewind. The closest checkpoint is before the enemy's way down there, so we're gonna have to do all this again if we die. The checkpoint that we're going for, Snake is almost there. It is the button at the bottom of that tower that he's jumping on. So once he makes it there, he's safe. All right, he's good. Now I'm gonna come up behind him. Yeah, this area is very eerie because there's no music, and it's also very scary. Okay. So Snake is going for those bats. There's a certain setup we have for these bats. If they bite you when you're on a ladder, it can be very deadly because they can knock you all the way down. If you fall all the way down, you die. Thankfully, we have that save, so we won't put too far behind. However, we still don't want to do that. If we can avoid dying, we do it. All right, here we go. Praying these bats aren't going to bite me. I'm good. Snake's just showing us how it's done. An easy 30 seconds ahead of me. So if you want some real action, right side of the screen, folks.
It is very impressive how close this race is, though. It's been so close the whole time, and it's so great to see.
Yeah, I do find it to be very surprising that we are able to consistently come this close on marathons. This isn't the first time we've raced this, and yeah, the first time was like very, very close. Except that I died in this area. Okay. All right, he's about to head into the final fight, so wish Snake luck. Let's get Snake emotes in the chat or emoji. Let's get him going. Snake's a true runner. Let's hear it. He deserves it. He's sick. He's doing this when he's sick. What more could you ask for?
Good luck, Snake.
You got this.
You absolutely got this.
Love and chat. Chat's been great, by the way. Just want to thank chat for being so cool. I was a little afraid of running a non-Souls game at a Souls marathon. I didn't know how y'all take it, but I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. Or at least it seems that way, so.
Yeah, this run has been absolutely amazing, so I can't imagine anyone not enjoying this.
Yeah, this is the most fun I've had on a run in a long time, to be honest, so. Yeah. Alright, comes final fight. This area, I was playing last night and I lost a PB to this area because I died. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So I don't know if y'all heard that. Farrah just whispered something. What did she whisper? She whispered Kakolukia. That is like the phrase in this game. It's like a way to kind of show the bond between Farrah and the prince. In the final cutscene that we skip, it's basically once the prince, spoiler alert, you'll see it in a few minutes. Once the prince succeeds in killing the vizier, rewinds time, makes it so the vizier basically never changed anyone into sand monsters. Farrah's like, how can I trust you? And you know what he says to her? He says Kakolukia. The one phrase that they share. And she knows at that point that the only way he would have known that phrase is if they shared a bond in a different life. It's really, really moving. Great writing. Yes, this fight is infamous for being very inconsistent in terms of like where enemies are spawning, what they're doing. Sometimes they'll take the attack well, you know, they'll die. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll do that to each other. They'll block each other's attacks. Yeah, it's very, very weird. So if you ever play this game casually, a way you can tell that a enemy is definitely able to be attacked is that anytime, like during their attack animation, they're able to be attacked. Ooh. And when they're kind of frozen, you can't attack them. So let's go, Snake. You got this. All right, Snake's done. Good job, man. I'm not having good luck at all with the placement here. Oops. Okay, retrieve him. Great job, Snake.
Great job, Snake. That was fantastic.
All right. Wow, we're getting really close to my TV.
Oh.
And Snake's as well. Snake's like right behind me. My PB is like 134 something. I don't exactly know. So yeah. As you can see, Snake's approaching the final fight. Yeah, we kill the game so we can skip some cutscenes and finally fight the Vizier. I love the Vizier as a character. I mean, kind of as a final fight in this game. Because it's like, I don't know if have you played BioShock by any chance?
Yes, I have.
Do you remember the final fight in that game? Where?
Yes, I think I do. Wasn't there like some sort of like?
It's like a big blue man, like or
yeah. He was in like some sort of like pod, I think.
Yeah, it was like basically the villain of the game. He turned out to, I forgot the main character. Maybe someone check and help us. He turned out to be a villain, but you thought he was helping you the whole game. But what the game does just to create a final epic boss fight is like juice him up on Adam, and then oh, now it's like a big gunfight. But I like this because look, Vizier is weak. He's just creating like projections of himself. It's not too hard to kill. I like that a lot. It's like more understated. It's cool.
Yeah, the art of a final boss fight seems very, very tricky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Careful.
Anyway,
Don't tire
I guess it's time to unmute myself.
Yes.
Because you're about to end the run and I kind of have to... Yeah, on the precise time when the run ends. Anyway, Curly, how are you doing?
Great, man. How are you doing? Great run, by the way. Really giving him a show today. I'm loving it.
Shame that I couldn't commentate.
Oh, it's okay. Hopefully I did well for both of us.
But you did a damn great job.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is going to be a PB for me.
Anyway, time in a second.
Whoa!
Yeah. Time when Vizier goes down on
Time.
the... Oh, okay. GG.
Can
GG.
No one tell me what's the time exactly?
GG, I will get that time for you as soon as I get a chance. Once the stream catches up. Looks like 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 38 seconds. Almost lead.
There is no way that I just PB'd by a minute.
I think the timer might have started a little late, actually.
Oh, no.
I'll retime it later.
Okay, time.
Awesome. And time for Curly as well.
Wow. That was a really good run.
What a race.
It was really close, and let me tell you, you actually played a lot better than me today.
Oh, no, man.
You got screwed by RNG at the end. Like,
Don't worry about it.
To pushing the box area.
Yeah, it just goes to show for our viewers, RNG like reigns supreme in this game, so you can do what you want, but it's hard to get away.
That was such a good race, so I think you should both be very proud.
I am. I'm proud of you, Snake. Great job.
This is actually illegal PB for me because I had to load a save because it crashed.
Oh, right.
Oh.
That's okay. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you so much, Speed Souls, for having us. Yeah, just shout out to all my friends who came in the chat. Everyone in the chat right now who frequents my stream. Sergo, Sir Funky, Kusa, Jam. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. And the Prince of Persia community. Please go to speedrun.com, like Prince of Persia, like speedrun website, when we have plenty of resources, plenty of guides. Please get into it. And also, you want to go to Dark Souls as well. That's also a great place to start when you're learning a game. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you both so much. That was incredible.
And thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you really, chat and the hosts.
Yeah, and thanks for all the donations during the run. We really, really appreciate it.
The generosity was unbelievable. Thank you all so much.
Yeah. All right, yeah, and that's Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Hope you enjoyed.